Oh. Oh dear, I've got echoes everywhere. Oh dear, I've got echoes everywhere. Oh dear. Hang on. Oh, that's my phone. This stuff just works, right? Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to take that off. It's really, really off-putting. So, I finished work late today. It's going to be one of those sessions, isn't it? I finished work late today, came home, got everything else organised. Look, the plant's back, which is good. However, when I turned the switcher on and started setting everything up, I noticed a delay with my voice, and I can hear it in my headphones. It's kind of really off-putting. So I hope the voice level's good. Can you just confirm? Hey, Andy, good. Good to see you. Enjoyed your session on Saturday morning. And look what that is. Yeah? It's a grey Ebo with a blue light. I think it's the Plus. So, is this good? I mean, I can hear myself in my headphones, which are just here, sort of slightly down. I might take them off. Only to be expensive things Ebo. It's expensive things. I think it was about 80 quid. This is going back some time. 20 years. Great. Thank you, Anna. I'm really pleased that it sounds good because that's really irritating. So, welcome to another jamming in my Jimjams. I have yet to find a replacement for Sonic the Hedgehog, my original 90s sort of jammers, but I'm looking. I went out today and traipsed the high street for charity shop finds, and no one, not one single charity shop out of, it was 4, had any pajamas. I think we kind of, oh, the Joyo, yeah. That's a good one. If it works, right? Talking about Ebos. But you know, yeah, nobody's selling any pajamas, and I think we're used these days to kind of lounge suits where it's a sort of top and a pair of sort of I guess it's all brushed cotton, isn't it? Flannel at kind of stuff. I want a traditional Marks and Spencer's burgundy with white piping kind of style. So I might just have to go to Marks and Spencer's. Fat pants. Nothing wrong with comfy trousers, though, right? We all need them. I've got comfy trousers on now. But yeah, so that's what I shall be doing. The sort of somewhere between Arthur Dent and Only When I Laugh. Do you remember that awful sort of sitcom from the 80s? Only When I Laugh. I'm HAPPY was the introduction, so I think the title for this is Only When I Laugh. Or Drowning in Echoes. I mean, there's two definite starters for 10 there. I can hear myself. It's really horrible. I don't know how to do it. I did get this issue when I first started streaming last year, and it stopped. So anyway, so with it being a Tuesday, oh yeah, what am I drinking? What am I drinking? What's everybody else drinking? What do we have today? So let's go to the top down, and we are drinking another Waitrose classic. It's a very slender box. I like that. 20 tea bags of chamomile, lime flower, and lavender, and that's infused in water. And I've actually had that on the go since I got in, slightly before we had technical gremlins. You know, as you can see, this is I haven't had a chance to eat, so I thought I might bring some fruit. Look at that bruised banana. Look at that. Anyway, so let's just get rid of those pieces there. Off the desk of joy. Have a banana. Have 3. And I have now placed upon the desk my my lovely new, very, very empty. Let's get myself back. I've been playing with the picture-in-picture, and it doesn't stave it. And I made it bigger and smaller and just, you know. Literally did that before starting the live stream as well. Why does it not stay? It's going to be one of those. What's the date today? It's not the 13th, is it? No, it's the 17th, isn't it? 17? Excuse me a moment. Something quite important. For those of you who've met me, I'm a diabetic, and I put that into charge. It's my pancreas. Have you got your pancreas plugged in? Oh, hello. A little bit of medical attention there. Rechargeable pancreas. I think that's a punk song, isn't it? By the Pocket Rockets. Rechargeable pancreas. Anyway, I digress. But isn't that what we always do? So, what's everyone been up to today? Oh, Grey. Brew tea cup loose. Oh, that is fancy. Do you have one of those sort of... Oh, hello. I am going to put it back onto 1. Do you have one of those beautiful kind of vessels for placing your... I don't know what they're called. They're like a strainer, but like a ball that you then place in water. You're drinking orange, Tracker Jack. Excellent. Cup of fancy PG tips. You know, I've toured quite a bit as a professional road crew, and in America, you know, it's one of the things that the Americans want to take back with them. But you can actually get PG tips in America now. They don't taste the same, and I think American kettles don't boil water at the same temperature that we do. They just warm it up, so you get a very dissatisfied brew in America. Stainless steel strainer, yes. Oh, I think I'd like to do that, and I've got some lavender plants outside and all sorts of bits and bobs. I'm trying to grow a herb garden, so I quite fancy the idea of, you know, making my own herbal concoctions and having one of those stainless steel sort of vessels to help. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So anyway, what I think we'll do tonight is we'll get back to the overview with a disappointing small. Why is it? I'm just not happy about this. I'm not happy that it's not behaving itself. Yeah, why is that just itself? If I can remember the numbers, that's going to make me bigger. And then if I do this. Oh, a bit. Ow, my head. I think we need to go back 1. Yeah. And then is it minus? Yeah. Oops. Right. Oh, hello. Upstream key. And do we save? There's no way of saving it. Sorry, guys. Usually. It's a little bit bigger. I mean, we are chopping out some real estate, so I wonder if I should go back to having it a bit small. I kind of wanted to sort of make it a little smaller and bigger, if that makes sense. So you can see me, but not lose the real estate of the the modular. So what I might do is just move. You know, if the mountain won't come to Mohammed, then you build a car park, right? No, that doesn't make any sense. What I'm trying to do is, yeah, I'm not happy. See, I'm going to push myself a bit over that way. Is that better? That's a bit better, isn't it? And I think I might go a bit smaller as well. All right, okay. Let's not get too bogged down with that. Right, so Peter, who very kindly said some lovely things about my studio being so tidy. Plant. But I'm looking at the floor, which you can't see. I'm not going to show you. I feel that it's kind of like a little bit, you know, I haven't had the time to tidy it to my only, you know, sort of pleasure. No, I've got a fan. Hopefully that's not annoying. It's like a slow oscillating fan just to keep cool, because we're getting into that point now in the UK where the weather is warming up, which means humidity. So, what have we got going on here? Now I didn't have as much time to prepare something, so you are going to get something kind of raw, I think. I might just make myself smaller again. Oh. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too big. It's too big. Cut my head off again there. But I've done the wrong with everything. Okay, I'm just going to stop faffing. We're going to get on with the jam. This is supposed to be a chilled affair with lime flower, chamomile, and lavender. And actually, this is, I think, my favourite one so far. Of the 3 boxes I've got, we've had the nettle one and ginkgo, didn't we, last time? So yeah, we'll go through the herbal tea selection. Right then. So, I don't know what's going to come out of this. I tried doing some things in triplicates, but let's get it going. I think 22 minutes past. Is there football on tonight or something? Somebody said, "I guess I'll watch you." Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Before we start, now then, the Befaco 7U case is freaking gorgeous. I like the fact that it's sturdy, it's well constructed, but it's thin, so you're not, you know, all you can see, all you play with is you know, in front of you. Nice big space there. I put clouds back in because I couldn't have too much space. Nice 1U space here, which is why I went in the stereo mix. I put the black and the clouds in there. I don't know how much of this will stay, but at the moment that's going to be all I've got, right? My modular journey has just begun. So, stereo input here on the output module. This is the crucial part. And really, I mean, with having all these connections already in the case, this is the only way to get into the output, I think. I could be wrong, because you've got more outputs there, right? Oh, hang on, let's go for... You've got more outputs here. So I've used these 2 outputs, and there is a ribbon connector, which if we go back to the top down, the ribbon connector here connects to those outputs. So let's try and do it so you can see it. So that ribbon connector there connects to those outputs and then goes to the output module. Now, as you can see, there's headers next to every sort of out or pair of outputs. Oh, what's the 1, 2? So there's one next to every output, I guess. No, I suppose. What does that say? Unbalanced, unbalanced, 1, 2, 3, 4 balanced. Wow. RTFM much? Didn't at all. And you've got power right underneath it. So you've got a lot of options there. And of course there's USB in and out. So you can power, I suppose their power. Give you a bit of, yeah, it looks like power, A and B. So I presume that's connected now. So if I plugged something in, it would, no, I'm going to just, oh, I do have something. Oh my goodness. We're getting up and moving around today. Considering this is a jam session, oh, yeah, I'm not going to find it. I have found some flips, which is good. I have got a USB angle poise, very small, kind of light, which is somewhere in here, close. Well, I guess we all have things in our studio where you go, you know what, I'll put that there because it's safe. Yeah. Anyway, so I can't experiment with that, but sorry, Percy. I'm knocking Percy all over the place. Right. Anyway, I digress. We digress. So let's put yourself back in there. That was quite handy because I'd actually. Let's just reset the camera again. Well, what a waste of time. So, as I was saying, so you've also got the USB host side. Now, I imagine that, along with the MIDI, will integrate with the MIDI module that they make. So, I mean, it's you know, you're not just buying a box, are you? You're buying a system. And I think that's where this works. I want to get the Rampage as well, and they do a kit, so I'm going to try and get some kits and do some more kits. Obviously, I've just done my first build, and I obviously documented it. It's on my channel, so if you haven't already seen that, go and check that out. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that I'm more interested in football. I'm not a big fan. My son is, I know, and he would probably be watching the football. I know another friend of mine from work, he often pops in because we are Jason and Jason and we have our own theme tune, but he will be watching the football, the Rampage. Oh, do you know Jörg Schaff, Radical Technologies? He said he wanted a maths, and he ended up with the Rampage because the Rampage was just like maths on steroids. I love Rise 4 generators. I think for me, as a favourite, and I think I first encountered that with the Pittsburgh Modular Microvolt 3900, and that's a really kind of, you know, a wonderful thing. Ooh, prototypes. I always like that. Thank you. I look forward to that. So Anna says the Rampage does so much, including being 2 VCOs. Well, there's a steroids for you. Really? Oh, I think I have. Do you know what? I need to. I'm going to cut back to full camera. I think most of us were there on Sunday with Robin's stream. And some of us, did anybody buy anything? I almost, well, I bid, but I didn't win it. I need some more VCAs, so, you know, Veils, but I might get a kit because I'm sure there's plenty of Veils clones out there, and like my Clouds clones, but I think it might be a good one to do as a kit. So I wonder, you know, and I perhaps need to talk to the guys at Thunk and see if I can get a bit of love that way. Yeah, so good. Anyway, so I've obviously this is an expensive hobby that we all have and share and love. And it's taken me a ruddy long time to get into this. I mean, 5 years. You know, I got the Mini Brute 2S and the Rack Brute when I started at Tome, and I think I've already said this, that it was one of the things that I wanted to get into, and I think I was so, I don't know, it just didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't get me until, you know, I ended up filling my module, and I was almost like, yeah, well, I'll just get this, and I watched Gaz piling in modules, just obsessingly collecting stuff and making content. Anyway, it did finally. So I want more modules. So that's a good start, because it now will gets me some proper big space there. The black module will probably go into the rack brute. See, I'm going to already start a second rack. I want that as a drum rack, I think. Or put something more percussive. I did toy with the idea of racking the Delta Sepe, but actually I like my semi-modular world. Right then. ED Educate VCAs. Okay. Yeah, but sorry, yeah, I might maybe next week, or maybe the next non-jamming in Jamas live stream I do, I think I might do the same. I might do a quick kind of see if anybody wants to buy my stuff, because again, I've got bills, they're multiplying, and I need modules to fill my rack. That could have worked as the song, couldn't it? So yeah, I think it's it was an interesting concept. I think he's got a lot more stuff than I have for sale, but maybe I could get something a bit bigger together. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to have one more mouthful of tea now that I've calmed my sort of nerves from crazy technical gremlins that I had. Like I say, I can still hear my voice echoing, but it's not so bad. It's not so bad. What I will do when I'm jamming, though, is I'll mute that mic, so you probably won't be able to hear me or the room. Wow, Moog was the enemy of modular. When he had the keyboard, yeah, I was happy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because of course it stops being modular as soon as you put a keyboard on it, and you make it an instrument, don't you? And I mean, I actually played a bit on my Pro 3 the other day, Sunday, Father's Day, yeah. So happy Father's Day to those fathers in the chat and watching this. Also, yeah, heartfelt thoughts to those people whose fathers or husbands are no longer with us. And I know there's some friends who, you know, young fathers that are no longer here, and whose families are, you know, it's a tough time. You know, a lot of celebrations going on for Father's Day, but you know, there's a lot of sadness around that as well. So memories, positive memories, and good vibes to those people and for those families. There we go. So I'm gonna say that. So that said, we're going to try something using multiples of 3. And let's turn my mic off. I've got my headphones on. It's horrendous delay. Yeah, it's not much fun. I'm going to mute. It's still going. Oh, that is all the medicine any of us ever needs, isn't it? What a glorious little such a thank you, Anna. I had no idea if I would even use the antidote, Euphoria and Dystopia, you know, and Clouds. And I think out of all the little avenues that I was exploring, I think actually that's kind of a nice, you know, as my, you know, we were talking about, that's really irritating. I'm sorry, I've got a delay for those who are late to the party, late starting because I've got some technical issues. I'm just going to turn down my headphone amp because all I can hear is myself reflected back at me through my headphones, which isn't ideal. So yeah, so thank you very much for all joining in. First of all, thank you very much for your kind clapping and encouragement because as a electronic musician, I've been doing stuff for years, but this is new and it's exciting for me. So to be able to perform like I'm doing in these, you know, and to a willing audience is very much appreciated. And yeah, thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, this is kind of like the bottom half of my rack, almost the bottom half, the entire thing. Let's just go there. Almost this entire little quarter. It's more than a quarter now. Oh my goodness, is stuff that, you know, that will not live in this case much longer. The black output is such a cracking output module that will go into the other rack back where it came from, ready to be populated. So that's space there. The Clouds, I absolutely toyed with the idea of, before this stream, but I again ran out of time, I toyed with the idea of loading different firmware. I think the resonator or even the reverb I was going to put in there, but again didn't have the time to do that. So it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Have I turned whatever? I'm trying to be clever with the tack and it's not working, is it? Sorry guys, just bear with me for a moment. Is it me? For a moment, for a moment. Skies above. Is that bigger? Is that big enough? Oh, it is, it is. So, yeah, it's one thing you can be sure of here. You're going to get 70s music thrown at you. And TV references. And into the 80s, let's be fair. Only when I laugh, for sure. Fan noise. Yes, I have a fan in here. Sorry, yeah. I don't really need it. My feet are cold now. So let's see if that fan noise stopped, because it could be, there was some noise coming from this as well. So it could be this. If it's not the fan, I could just even easily as well turn that off. Can you still hear me? I think I can still be heard. So that should have killed all the other stuff. I can. Oliverb. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one I was looking at. Oliverb. Yeah, exactly that one. Yeah, you see. So, you know, because you've got something on it. I mean, back to the disting again. You know, you've got a device that isn't one thing only. And Clouds was, I mean, I enjoyed Clouds in this context with certainly the Antidote and the Euphoria, that kind of little chain, certainly bringing in the Pico drum at the end to fill in the external input of the Antidote, really gave it some, I don't even know what that's going to sound like on its own, but that was kind of a fun thing to do as well. I'm a guitarist in another life, so I'm accustomed to this. Yeah, I'm a guitarist too, as you always find a guitar in the studio. Or I got my PV over there. I love that guitar. Tokai bass, which actually came from Gaz. That is, you know, my little trio. That's the trio of life. You know, Les Paul, kind of chunky Gibson sounds. The PV gives me something a little bit more semi-solid, bigger, not quite Fender, and I do have a nice Strat. But I'd love to get myself a music. Anyway, digress. We were talking about the little meandering stuff. Plaits in one of the FM, the DX7 modes, which I can. I love digital going through analog filter, and there's just something about that pairing that's just. And I know I'm not my own. I mean, come on. Oh, maybe I should move myself to the right hand side. If I touch that button, it won't work though. So maybe I just need to do this. I'm falling off the screen. Oh, yeah. So, oh, that's the wrong way. Why am I going the wrong way? Right. All right. Oh, that's as much as you get in. That's as much as you get in. That's better though, isn't it? It's not covering up. So we're back over here again. So, I think in one of my other jams, I struggled to. So I've used the envelope into the level input there. So I've actually able to use. I think there's the VCA in that to sculpt that sound. So that was quite nice to play with. Oh no, I've lost it. Yeah, and then through the delay here. So that is a kind of nice voice there. And then the hysteria, which I for some reason I set the octave so high. I don't know if there's a way. I mean, there is a way. I need to perhaps pop that out and sort of tune it lower because it gets very Tracker Jack. There's 32 HP of free space? Yeah, there is. There is. And a studio full of one of my cats is outside the door. Jackson. Should we let him in? Should we let him in? Okay, this is going really wildly off topic, so you're going to lose that. Come on then. Come on then. Come on. Come on. He's a bit shy, this one. I'll go and get him. What? Oh, he doesn't like it. He knows he's on air. No. Come on, buddy. So, oh, it's my Bond villain cat. Look at him. Oh, he's scared. Don't be scared. These are friendly cat people. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Look at a little mush face. You little squishy face. Okay, it's gone a bit weird now. We're definitely in Catland. Yeah, I have got a lot of space in here, and I guess to a degree it is kind of deliberate. One thing with so Paul, you're sitting in the garden with Thelonious. That's nice. This one needs a brush. A good brush. Oh, you're purring. Can you hear that? He's loving it. Loving his time with Daddy. Yeah. Oh. I did feed you just before I went on. You still want more food, don't they? Cats and patch cables do not mix. What would you do if you saw a patch cable? Oh, he's well trained. He's scared. He's scared of it. Yeah. It's deliberate having this much space. I went from a fully populated rack brute into this, knowing that I would have space to expand, and because my approach to modular has been unenthusiastic, to say the least, to start with. I got modules and it grew slowly until, Syntheast, when I started really thinking, okay, I've got this box of boxes of modules. I've got to make music with this. I've got to entertain and jam with, someone, and it was Robin, obviously, for a decent amount of time. So I had to, it grew. And I was like, well, I needed more bits. Now I'm at the point where I need more bits. And I think the next module I will get is going to be a Turing machine. To start with, probably just the sort of standard. Oh, look, he's liking that. Just the standard. So look, there's a GoPro. Let's get the GoPro cat view. All right. Look how happy he is. There you go. Sorry, he's like going completely off topic again. Aww. Yeah. So I think that's the kind of the next stage for me. Is going to be it's pressing all the wrong buttons. Is going to be a Turing machine so that I can randomly do things, create interesting kind of patterns, along with Pam's Pro Workout, which has been that was the thing that changed my life with Modular, was Pam's Pro Workout. Anyway, a disting. Actually, that's a good point. I might do just that, disting EX or something that's got a little bit more. Again, it's so flexible, isn't it? Yeah, I know. You want a flexible module, don't you? Yeah, you want one that can do many things. Two disting EXs. Brilliant. Turing machine, but yeah, I think I want to make another video. Making, of building, another DIY video, not the same video that I've made, but I quite like the idea of working in the conservatory, filming it. It was very straightforward for me. I tend to do, obviously with the stuff with Tame, I've done very sort of high production value stuff, videos that have a high production value, and that's time consuming. So actually being chilled in the studio, or sorry, not in the studio, in the conservatory. Oh, I've got a knot. He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it now. Okay, sorry, buddy. I think that would definitely be a a nice thing to do. So again, feeding into an ecosystem of content. So doing making a Turing machine, having a little jam with it, a little 5-minute video, bringing it into synths, jamming in Jimjams, or even but bringing it back into the modular and expanding that way. And maybe have to take the modular out at some point and try playing live again. That was lots of fun. But there we go. What do you think? Do you think we've talked enough? We've had an hour and 5 minutes, I think. So I know what you're thinking. Yeah, if you leave, you could probably give me some more food. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. So thank you again for joining in. Any further questions about the kit? Cat. It's like, oh, he's so big. He's such a big fatty. Wow. Look at that giant cat. Do you want to go out now? It's a Kodak moment, isn't it? Yeah? You're going to pose? No. You done? Squish face. Yeah. All right. Oh. Not good with his claws. Are we done? There you go. Okay, that's white fur everywhere. He doesn't often come in the studio, to be fair. Jerry's the studio cat. Oh, you're going to just hover around my leg. Are you going to... What? I have no idea, mate. Anyway, I think we'll wrap this up because, yeah, thank you again. Yeah, appreciate you all again. Yeah, see you same time next week. Can I play out with a little bit? Do you think I could get a bit more synth, or should we just... Distracted by cats. Was that catstraction or catstraff? No, I'm not going to try and do something with that. Okay, guys, I will just say and wish you pleasant dreams and see you again next week. Not terrible. What? Bye all. Thank you again. Oh, that's turning things on.